What's up? I'm on Last Chaos, all that good stuff. My day's going pretty good. Hopefully yours is. You can always leave a comment on that if you wish. The struggle, it's real. The struggle, there is no curb appeal. Some say blah blah blah. Some make it a big deal. Some are willing and not willing to feel. But the struggle, it is real. Never knowing what might show its face in the next day. Never showing that it'll be there before you know. The only time that you know is upon the time that it shows. Few and far between are ones that just know what this struggle means. Some have it better than others. Some make it a big deal, while others just leave it be as it is. Some find ways around it. Some are always around it. Some get stronger while others don't. Some run from it. Ones face it from the front. Each person deals with it differently. But there is one thing that is not currently different. The fact that you face it, regardless if you wish to face it. Ones deal with it with ease, while others say, "Take this away from me, oh please." But it's real. Everybody deals with it in a different way, and it does not give curb appeal. Some like seeing the story of the conquering of such things, while others do not care. They worry about their own things. Some learn, some do not. Some learn strengths and weaknesses, while others just don't. Of course, a struggle for one may not be for another. course, you do not know what kind of struggles plague your brother, or sister, or anyone else for that matter. Everyone deals with a struggle in one way or another. But it's not the struggle that matters. It's how you deal with it, and you learn from those matters. Some search deep within, finding inner strength that they did not see until such times that the struggle comes upon those times, never even knowing that it was there. Each is a story to tell that only you are the one that can that story be tell. So what is it that you have faced that none have? Did you long last? Was the battle over fast? Did it last long? Whatever this struggle may be. For some, nothing but struggle is what they see. Not realizing that it's a chance to grow. Learn something that you may not know about yourself or what you can do, or about the ones that are around you. Or what kind of resolve you may have. To the others that get to see the struggle, you do not know who is watching you as you struggle. They may get inspired by what you do. You never know. There may be a person that can help you, if only you ask. Or it might be a time that maybe you need to act without any words. Just act. Many do not care about what goes on around them, what goes on with the people that are around them. Mind their own business, unaware that only if they took the time to care, there's someone right there that needs to know about the struggle you went through to help them figure out what it is for them to do. In the best manner, that is. Of course, that is up to you. But regardless, these struggles, one way or another, they find you, your neighbor, your neighbor's neighbor, all that are around you have some kind of struggle that could be just like you. Some are quick on their feet. Some know exactly what it is for them. They know how to beat. Whichever struggle it is they deal with, it is quickly over. Why others take longer? Some because of what they do. Some, they have to deal with it regardless what they do. Kind of like, it comes with the territory. If you've ever heard that phrase. But for the ones that might be new in such things, for those that deal with these types of things, learning from them would be your best bet. For it comes with the territory. With what you do, that is also what you get. Which that can be a struggle for some. Dealing with such things as this. Ones that if you do what it is that you wish to do, it is something that will always be a problem for you. Many still see inspiration in such things. Seeing someone deal with these kinds of things can be awe-inspiring at times. The inner strength to deal with these kinds of things. It's a lot of times more than ones that do not have to deal with such things. Not always, though. And the thing about it is a lot of times you will never know. So it's wise to not speak in a manner to ones such as this. For you could never understand. If you do, then it is something that you already know. And you understand. For your respect for them will show. But many that do not deal with such things as what I speak of, they criticize ones that I speak of. Ones that have to deal with something specific. Because of what they do, it comes with the territory specific. But they do not know that. For if they were in that field, they would already know that. That aside, for many, these struggles I speak of, they do not succeed. For every day, one way or another, there's struggle that comes your way. Even learning to deal with such things can be a struggle within itself. Many that struggle more than others do not know themselves. Do you know the one that looks back at you? Be honest. Do you know the one that looks back at you? For how you deal with these struggles? Show your weakness and strength in these struggles. To learn what you might need to work on. Wise decision. For you know what it is you might have problems with. Of course, if it is one that comes with the territory, it is one that will always be with. Just got to learn to cope. Deal with it within the scope. Of course, you may never know if there's one that deals with such things. Yet more showing of weaknesses and strengths within knowing these kinds of things. Can you tell when someone is bothered by such things? Do you know when to act and when not to in these types of things? Do you know when to hold? Do you know when your effort has got too old? Or do you know when it is your time to become bold? For the issue that you see, it has become too old, you see. or it's an hidden strength you might see. And the ones at that point they cannot see. Many ways this can go in these struggles from day to day. Never knowing what it is that will come your way. Never knowing what you might do the next day. Never knowing maybe the weakness that you have upon one day becomes your strongest strength upon the next day. Of course, some just need to let go. Some just need to let those strengths entirely show. Some hide it. Some do not know. But within the struggle, it's time to grow. Of course, unless you do the searching to find these kinds of things. For the most part, you will not find. Unless you just have the eye to see. The struggle that is right in front of you. It may not be brought to you. But to see it in another, see the strength, the resolve they show, that awe-inspiring. I had no idea. I didn't know. Some try to hide struggles as well. Some do not deal with it quite that well. It is not the struggle that defines you. It is what you choose to do. That is what it is that defines you. The end result in case you do not know, I'll show you some evidence of something that most people do not know. Do you know what compound interest is? You wish to know an example of this? I'll give you one. Look at your life. Where you are, as far as everything goes. That is an example of compound interest. Every decision you have made, you are the end result of that. Do you like the compound interest or not? If you don't, maybe there's something different you need to do upon this spot. In dealing with your struggles in a proper manner can help you with this and that matter. Or helping another that you might see, you know what, I know how to help this brother, or sister, or any person for that matter. So, when you look in the mirror, the one that looks back, do you know the person that looks back? Do you know what you can do, what you cannot? What you can work on, what you can be better at? If you don't, you might want to get to know them. The sad thing is about what I just said last. Many people do not know themselves. Or they're in denial of such things. Oh, no way, I don't do that kind of thing. Oh, you're mistaken. Brutal Tooth here. They see you from the outside. Do you not realize that? Maybe you might have to start looking in that way for you to know. Try to look at yourself. If it is an issue that you do not believe what one say with this issue, to try to look at yourself as another person does. An external view. Maybe at that point, you can learn who the true you is.